Coach, thank you. Well, no rain to worry about today, but as you'd expect this time of year, very muggy in downtown Jacksonville here at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Big ass. 1 2 50. Hey, no, easy. Hey, Sue. Hey, we got Mike 50.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Derrick Henry, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins, complete. Smith has it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Gets around him. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Bring the energy.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He finds Humphreys. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Ready.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I got
A
it.
first carry for Leonard Fournette. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Watch the edge.
Shift. Hey, stand up. Fair.
To throw is Scott. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
He's checking, out.
On 1st down, Scott. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Check 20. Topper.
Now Leonard Fournette. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go, G.
Mike.
Check right. Watching it front.
Hey, wahoo.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike, 55.
Hit it.
To throw on 3rd down. Scott. Complete. He finds Braid. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. Fournette, there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Henry out of the pistol. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All day. Kill. Turn.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Back.
Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. General West. Hey. by 7. Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Right.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Fournette, a first down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
Scott now to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You better be ready. Go.
Here's Scott operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's got Lewis. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing, Cousins. This one caught by Davis. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Gun.
Here's Cousins. He gets it to Humphreys. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Cousins on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Cousins now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on first down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down now, it's Lewis, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Check that.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve, 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
X3, 218, chop it.
Now Scott, off play action. And Brake, the tight end's got it. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, It makes it tough to defend.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
25. Check 25. 80 weapons. Big rip. Big rip.
Fournette running right. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
So don't say nothing.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their mobile quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him there. Find him. Find him.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And they'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Topper!
They'll run it again with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Scott from the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. Underneath, he's got Brate. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Greystone, travel. Bang, 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 bang.
Fournette. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Set 50, plant.
Check 55 to Mike.
Protein spill.
36.
To throw is Scott. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Go.
Looking to throw. Scott. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Through. Hey, Haywood.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
First down. Here's Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. They go play action. Cousins. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 27 yards there, a first down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Shoot.
Hey, Ringo, 48. 2. Hey, orbit.
On 2nd down and 4. Cousins caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
44. Me and you all day.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They begin with a run by Fournette. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Tighten up.
Top 61, matchbox lights. Hey, Alpha. Rock it. Rush in. 5.
Again, it's Fournette. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Team 6.
Back to throw. Scott. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Past the 20. 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Titans take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
We own them. Black.
Cousins. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now a play fake here on first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is it.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Check. Lucky.
They'll run on first down. Knowles. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
At the 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
And they give this time to the tailback. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Now a handoff here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball.
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
Right there in the middle, 55. They're going to need some therapy after this.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll keep it on the ground. Knowles and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard.
Ready? 18, Gator.
At the 20-yard line.
Double time. Hey. 4 down.
5.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13. Today's final score.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a